Hello, we are Team Tuna. We chose to visit Buffalo Art Studio. Buffalo Art Studio is located at 2495 Main Street in Buffalo, New York. From Medaille College, you can take a right on Humboldt Parkway, take a left on Main Street, and you can follow the Main Street all the way to the Galleria. Buffalo Art Studio is located on the 5th floor of the Tri-Main Center. There is a dedicated parking lot for guests and employees on Halbert Street. The Tri-Main Center began as a Ford Motor Factory in 1917. It later became a Trico plant. It is now known as Tri-Main. It houses more than 75 different businesses. Other inhabitants include Buffalo City Ballet, Damon College, Hyatt Interest Publishing, JB Dance, Landy's Sweets and Treats, The Lunchbox, Medaille College, and Western New York Area Labor Federation.
The gallery has limited hours. It is open on Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The gallery is closed on Sunday and Monday. They have extended hours every fourth Friday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Admission is free for all, but a $2 donation is appreciated. We spoke with Jane Hughes, who is the education coordinator of the Buffalo Art Studio. According to Jane, the studio became the first tenant of the Tri-Main Center. She said that artists are often the first to move into a rough area. Buffalo Art Studio is a non-for-profit organization that just celebrated their 20th year. The idea was to have an organization to support local artists with studios. The main goal was to have a place for artists to work as a community. Out of that grew all other programs. They later adopted the gallery.
Buffalo Art Studio depends on sponsors to continue their mission. Funding comes from many sources, from small private donations to larger companies like M&T Bank and West Tier Automotive. They also gain revenue by renting out the community space for wedding receptions and other social functions. Buffalo Art Studio currently has over 35 separate studios. Because of this, they are able to get curators from Albright Knox and Birchfield Penny. They host a wide variety of artists, including realistic, abstract, printmakers, and ceramic specialists, to name a few. Buffalo Art Studio has pride in their high caliber of artists. They range from beginning to advanced levels and boast many different backgrounds. Openings are rare, but when there is an opportunity for new talent to move in, they post it online. Potential tenants must submit a portfolio and be interviewed by resident artists.
Not only do artists at Buffalo Arts Studio have an opportunity to work in a shared creative environment and have their work displayed in the gallery, but there is also a chance for added sources of income. The artists have a chance to earn money and connect with the community through classes. They also reach out to youth who are unable to afford the classes and provide free instruction and mentorship.
This superhero painting was done by underprivileged youth. The superheroes were created to represent someone who came to their rescue. They wanted to show that positive things can overcome negative things. Each student designed and painted their own superhero. The shadows you see in the background represent the people who held them back. It gave them a chance to work both individually and as a group.
The exhibitions change every few months. There are 2 galleries dedicated to special artists that are invited to show their work. Exhibitions are scheduled 1 to 2 years in advance and include work from local, national, and international artists. Many solo exhibitions focus on emerging artists.
The past exhibits showcase art by Andrei Maciejewski and Lynn Richardson. They were on display from January 26th through March 16th. The next guest artists will begin showcasing their work from April 13th through June 1st. They are James A. Allen and Adele Henderson.
We had the pleasure of speaking to several artists in the gallery, the first of which was William Koch. William Koch is a graduate from Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia. He also served in the United States Army from 1985 to 1988. From 1988, he has been the chief design artist at Stone Art Memorial Company, Incorporated in Lackawanna, New York.
William Koch enjoys working with unusual mediums such as motor oil and clay. He has several motor oil paintings on display outside of his studio at the gallery. During the interview, he told us an interesting story about Jim and Jill Kelly, Kelly's son, Hunter Kelly. Apparently, William was contracted to create a memorial statue for Hunter Kelly when his health was declining. The Kellys became superstitious that Hunter's condition remained stable while the statue remained unfinished. William Koch left the face blank for 7 years until the death of Hunter Kelly became reality on August 5, 2005. The memorial statue remains in Forest Hill Cemetery in Attica. The second artist we had the opportunity of speaking to was Rosemary Bauer-Soroka. Rosemary conveyed her love for the community atmosphere at Buffalo Art Studio. Her paintings are usually done in pairs. She paints the edges of her canvas to make her art flow from one panel to the next. She explained that many of her paintings have hidden images. She originally had her own studio at home, but decided working in a more professional atmosphere gave her more inspiration and the confidence she needed to succeed. John Sargent graduated with a bachelor's in studio arts and American studies from Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut. Then he earned his master's at Ohio State University. After that, he was accepted by Buffalo Art Studio. Most of his paintings are made using oil-based paints. He generally only paints murals of his family and close friends. He also has an obsession with drawing eggs. His obsession came from drawing them so many times to perfection that they became second nature to him. From what we saw in his paintings, he definitely thinks outside of the box. He splatters paint throughout most of his work as an expression that there is more to his paintings that meets the eye. He also uses black boxes in his work to express infinite depth. John uses photographs to make his art. He uses multiple pictures because he feels that using one picture only shows one moment in time, and if he uses many different pictures, he can get a full aspect of the person's personality. A few other artists that we had the pleasure of seeing were Bob Boudin, who decided that adding words to his paintings actually made them into reality. Dennis Bertram, who works best with geometric shapes. Elizabeth Leader, who uses real-life body parts and images as her inspirations. And Mary Ellen Bossert, uses naturalistic and extreme circumstances. During our tour, we saw many different pieces of art that related to what we have learned in class. This first painting displayed uses the use of geometric shapes that we used in our drawings for our portfolio. The second photo shown uses focus point. As you can see, the artist uses a single focus point to display depth. The third piece of artwork shown is using naturalism. The painting is realistically done. The fourth picture of the weird-shaped black mask is the use of expressionism. The mask is radically distorted and it gives off different vibes.